All right, so just very quickly, I'm going to show you how you can take a photograph of yourself. This is just a black and white copy of a photo from my camera. And with a Sharpie, I'm just tracing the outline of my face. I like to start with the actual face shape itself. And I like my little smile lines. Then I typically go to the lips. It does not really matter what order you go in. Really, you're just tracing the lines of your face. Now, do not trace your individual teeth, just the lips. Also, you're only tracing the inside of your eye there, like as if you were putting on eyeliner. You don't want every wrinkle and, it's not like you're drawing in eyeshadow, you're putting it on eyeliner. So as you can see there, looks like my face is almost done except my nose. Just do the bottom of the nose and the nostril. That will give you the shape of the nose. You don't want to do the full nose all the way up to the eyes, just the bottom. Once you have the face, I like to then do the hair next. I like my curly hair, so I'm going to add a few curly lines in there just as some artistic expression of myself because I really like my long curly hair. Then the line of the neck. I have my art apron on. That's a big part of who I am, so I'm going to make sure I include that. Make sure that you include the neck of the t-shirt or shirt that you're wearing, otherwise you'll look naked. And your arm there, so you don't look like you have all shoulders and no arms. And finishing up my hair with some wavy lines, just tracing the outline of it and adding a few extra waves in there. Adding the hair of my eyebrows and then filling in my eyeball or the irises of my eyes with black. Since this is a black and white image, and then I'm all done. I've got a little sticker on the side of this transparency paper. I'm just going to pull that off. Don't need that for the next step. And there is a drawing of me. And that's how you can make a drawing of this site here. And there's a lot going on here, so I want to show you some tips and how to make this work. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to edit your word list. And now here I've got a whole bunch of words that describe me from the sentences that I wrote and the character or the personality traits and all of that. To add another word, you simply hit add, and then you're going to give it an importance from on a scale of 1 to 10. Now, some of these I have at a 12 because they are even more important than a 10. But we are going to put in a new word, and let's see, I'm going to put this as a 7, and I'm going to call it naturalist. And it does not spell check, so if you need to spell check that, you'll have to use a different site to do that. Okay, so here's all of my words, and then I apply. Now, I only have a few words, so it doesn't fill in my entire shape. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to select a shape. So from shapes, you're going to scroll here and find a shape that really speaks to your likes, your interests, your hobbies, or who you are as a person. So I did a apple, symbolized teacher, because that's a big part of who I am. Once you've done that, you'll see that it still doesn't really fill it very well. So you're going to want to click Auto Fit, Repeat Words, and then this slider right here is how much it's going to fill that space. So I like to slide it way over here. It's going to take a second to render that. So see how by allowing it to repeat the words, it really fills it up. So this one doesn't really matter as much. It does make some of the bigger words even bigger. All right, the next thing, you're going to keep moving down here. is the fonts. Right now it's only using 3 types of font. I would like for it to use some other types of font. There's lots of fonts to choose from. I want to see what kind of handwriting only. So I'm going to unselect all of these and have only the handwriting ones. I love permanent marker. So I'm going to have that one. And hit apply, close out of that. And then I'm not going to worry about direction or warps, but I am going to go to theme, where I can change the different colors that I'm using. I can change them at random. I can change how many different kinds of colors there are. I could pick out from these, so I can randomly choose a theme from any of these, or I can pick one out from this. I like this one. I'm going to pick out this one and apply. And you'll see it changes the colors here. In this same screen, we have the background. You want to make sure that the background is transparent, okay? Because we are cutting these out anyway, we don't want to waste a lot of ink. So please make sure that this is transparent. The shape color, right now I have it as a kind of a transparent or gray. You can change that to a so that it's not transparent. Let's see. So to make sure that it's not transparent, you hit click here. If you want it transparent, then again click here, and that's how you make sure you see how it is. Transparent. I don't want it completely transparent. I want just a little bit here, and then again click this little button right here and hit apply. Once I've got the colors all the way I want them, it's time to save. So now I'm going to go to File, Save Image As, and this is important. It needs to be a PNG, and we need it to be your name. Okay, so my name is Mrs. Kuhn, so I'm saving it as Mrs. Kuhn, and hit save. Then you're going to go and turn it in at your learning management system. And that's how, and then you'll see how it looks here. I'll open this up so you can see how it looks. All right, the next step is that you're going to take this tracing paper and you're going to draw 5 to 10 symbols from your word cloud. So, for example, student, passionate and loving, heart, naturalist, my tree, reader, book, and kind with my peace sign. Okay, so I've got, from these words, I've created visual symbols that I've put on this tracing paper. And the reason why we're putting it on this tracing paper is it just gives a nice sort of buffer between the word cloud and the traced portrait. Okay, it's a little too much without it, and it also gives more visual symbols. Arrange where and how you want your word cloud, because you've cut out your word cloud. You've got your tracing paper, your word cloud, and then you're going to pick out some colored construction paper. It can be any color. You can, depends on if you just like it, if it kind of goes along with what you've some of your words and symbols and you as a person. And then you're going to go over to the hot glue station. Now be careful because it is hot and it will hurt if you touch that. Don't touch that. It burns. It's an ouch. And you're just going to put like a few dots of glue. Like they say in elementary school, a dot of glue will do. Just a few little dots there. And then we're going to put a dot of glue just in the corner of your tracing paper. Some of the tracing paper is 8.5 by 11. Some of it is 9 by 12. If it's 9 by 12, it will fit the 9 by 12 paper. If not, it's okay. And then on top of that, another dot of glue just right on top there. For your transparency paper. And the reason why we're using hot glue is because regular glue does not work for the transparency paper. And then we're going to put a little line of glue around this. Just a little line. And get your frame, carefully line up that frame. I don't have a ton of frames, so do this step carefully, okay? And there you have it.